it should be live by now. If anybody doesn't mind, come in, like I said before, and just mention if the volume is good and the visuals are good and the lighting is proper. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, I kind of wanted to talk about the hot topics of the week. You know, every week we've got some hot topics coming up on Truck Mount Forums, or TMF for short, if that's what you want to call it. And I like to address those subjects every once in a while. I'd like to make it a regular basis, and I've got something really cool coming for the summer, and just don't want to reveal that just as of yet right now. Okay, that being the case, I also kind of wanted to mention that, remember we had the trade show. I believe it's the 26th, 27th, and 28th of this month. It's in Atlanta. If you can make it, it'd be really awesome to have you there. Stop by. You'll be able to see the new truck mount that we have designed. I think you're really going to like it, I believe. It's kind of different. I feel like it's unique, but I guess you'll have to find that out for yourself when you get there. All right. I want to pull this up so I can make sure I'm catching everybody's comments. Nice and clear. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Brett, what's up with you, bud? Appreciate you coming in here and talking with us. Or should I say with me at the moment. But I kind of wanted to talk about some of the hot topics. We've had a couple really good ones this week, and I figured we'd take like 5 at a time. 15, 30 minutes, something like that, and kind of discuss it. I think it'd be really good for the overall community, and especially any newbies that come along and need some answers to different questions. Okay, so the hot topics I'm going to start with listening to music while you're working. I'm going to set this down for a minute. I'll follow along my computer and my cell phone over here. But our hot topics of the week, starting off with listening to music while working. There was a lot of different opinions in there, and I've kind of formed one myself. By the way, this is ginger ale, so don't anybody think I'm drinking beer this time, okay?
Ginger ale.
So anyway, back to the point here. Wait for a few more people to pop in here. You listen to music 24/7 with Samsung earbuds. I've never seen the Samsung earbuds. Could you put a link up for that? That'd be interesting. Of course, I'm an iPhone person, and I'm going to talk about that. But I used to wear these out in the field all the time. You might have saw some past pictures. I'd have these on, but you know what? You can't hear anything. You can't hear your truck mount. You can't hardly hear your client. No, nothing. So if you can't hear what's going on, that's kind of detrimental. Not to mention they're big and bulky looking, and it's kind of maybe a negative moment of truth to clients, especially if she's got to yell at you and say, "Hey, carpet cleaner! Hey, hey!" You know, see, that's really embarrassing, right?
And your wife.
So yeah, even your wife also. You might want to tune her out though. If she's bothering you. So anyway, so you've got, you can definitely wear this type. That's fine. It's up to you. Now, one thing I want to say is, I told my guys they can wear Earpods or something similar to it because they're nice and small, or Bluetooth. You can wear it in one ear. You can wear this in one ear, or you can wear it in 2 ears. The cool thing about the Earpods is you can still hear what is going on. What's up, Larry? How you doing, bud? You can still hear what's going on right now very clearly. So you can put these in your ear, or you can just wear it in one ear. That's normally what I do if I'm in a house with a client. You can wear it just like you're wearing a Bluetooth. Nobody knows it. You can answer the phone. That's really cool. Just try not to be, loud and obnoxious in front of the customer. If you get a phone call, maybe answer it and then walk outside and talk about it. It'd just be a better positive moment of truth. And you can still hear it even around your vehicle there. What's up, Osmo? How you doing, man? Good to see you. But overall, if you're going to wear them, I like wearing them. I like listening to music, and I like the fact that I can answer the phone on the fly if I need to. I'd rather not be bothered when I'm out in the field, but if I have to, hey, why not? So I used to be very strict about everything, but employees, they're out there, busting their butts out in the trenches. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of your employees, so they'll take care of you. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, bud? Good to see you here. So you want to take care of them, but you're going to have to set some type of policy of what's acceptable, what's unacceptable. These to me are unacceptable. Can't hear the machine, can't hear problems that are going on, you can't hear the client, and nothing. Okay? Some light ear pods after you've started the job, after you've done the walkthrough, after you've maybe gotten your truck started and you walk inside, then pop it in your ear. That's kind of how I feel about it. So don't just walk right in with them in your ear. It looks kind of tacky, and are you really this big businessman that you have to have this in your ear right then and there? They'll understand you might be working with it because the wand is loud, especially when you're doing stairs, stuff like that. You can even say that. Maybe don't say to catch on a call, just say, look, my equipment's very loud, so I usually wear these in my ears. Then you can listen to your music. and do your thing, and nobody's gonna say nothing, right? So I think that's kind of cool. So nothing wrong with listening to music while you're working. Just don't start listening to it immediately. Take your walk through, with your UV light. Hopefully it's a truck mount forms UV light. Walk through with your light. We feel like it's the best in the industry, of course, or we wouldn't sell it and we wouldn't back it up 100% guarantee. Anyway, take your UV light, walk on through there. Keep your earpods, inside your pocket. Walk on through, find urine stains, get everything all established, get your prices established, set the client's expectations, and then go ahead and let the client know you're going to get started. Going out there, do it, and that's my policy. Guys have to do it afterwards. Can't wear nothing big and bulky. What's up, Pedro? How you doing, bud? New to the business, first time. Okay, Kevin. Well, look, man, hopefully we can help you, bud. Nice having you here. Thanks for joining Truck Mount Forums. We appreciate it. All right, number 2. This is pretty interesting right here, number 2. And feel free to chime in here because I've got all the information here. I'd be glad to chime in with you at the same time. All right. Number 2, somebody brought up inside of a thread. They said, the client won't sign a waiver, but she wants me to do the job. What do you think? Well, what do you think? I know what I think. I give her the one finger salute. No, it's not going to happen. Now, I don't actually do that. It's in my mind, okay? And get your mind out of the gutter because I'm not using the other finger. All right? Thanks, David. Appreciate that, bud. There were some, we always get some good hot topics, so I figured why don't we just kind of delve into them and break them down a little further. So back to signing a waiver. The way I feel about it is if the client is not willing to accept responsibility for something she already did, and then she used some spot remover on herself where she could have chemically impregnated the fiber, changed the color permanently, or caused some color loss, why am I going to take responsibility for that? If she's that type of client, no thanks. I'll give her a number of a competitor, one I don't like maybe. Actually, I don't dislike none of my competitors. I don't even think about my competitors. You never hear me talk bad about competitors locally or online. You never hear it because I'm always focused on what I'm doing and growing my business and, constantly edging up higher and higher and taking over more market share. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm not going to turn around and look back. When you're looking back, you're just losing the race. So always be looking forward, laser focused. And if a client says she doesn't want to sign a waiver, thanks, but no thanks. It's not going to happen, at least not with me. If you want to assume that risk and that responsibility, that's totally up to you, but I certainly wouldn't accept that responsibility. All right, here's one I've got some pretty strong feelings about, even though I'm not a very emotional person. For the most part, I like to use logic, reasoning, and sound reasoning and logic and practical application to be able to establish my points. And that's what you need to do. Take the emotion out of it. Figure out what is best for your client, what's going to build the best ROI. All over the internet, all over social media, employees have their problems, all of it. It's all that drama. Completely turn that into white noise, move that out of the way. Figure out what is best for your business to make you as profitable as possible. This is business, it's not personal. People take it personal. They're going to take it personal. I don't have anything to do with them. I don't need it. The way I feel about it is kind of like this. When it comes to negativity, it's kind of like somebody coming up to your house, right? And you open the door, and they come up with a dump truck full of trash, and you just go over, open the door, open the windows, let them just pour it all right in there. That's just disgusting, isn't it? Well, that's how I feel about negativity. If people come around me and they're just negative, complaining, whining, and stuff like that, I dang sure ain't going to open my mind up and bring it all inside there, okay? Instead, I'm going to go ahead and say, look, door shut, window shut, boom, I'm moving on, and you guys can just hang out back there because, misery loves company. They can have it. I'm going to stay positive, move forward, and build my brand constantly. That's what counts. All right, so the next point is, I see some emotional aspects to this for some people, and I look at it from my client's viewpoint. And plus I ask my wife, because she's a female, and for the most part, we're dealing with a lot of women when we're cleaning the carpets, right? What's up, John? How you doing? No doubt, logic. Logic is so important. So leaving wand marks, yay or nay. Now I call them, if anybody's been around me for a while and on the internet, you're always going to hear me, I call them the backgammon look. People call them shark tooth, triangles, all kinds of things. I prefer the backgammon look. I think it sounds more professional, okay? Now, I asked my wife about it earlier today because I've always left them. For 35 years, we've left them inside the carpets. Clients have been happy. And the times that we didn't do it, people thought we didn't clean the carpets. And when I asked my wife earlier today, she said, well, it lets me know somebody's been there. When you rake and groom it, it's hard for them to tell you that you've been there, especially if you're doing high-end clients. But let's face it, if you're doing a lot of high-end clients, you're not really getting these rat nasty jobs, are you? What's up, Christopher King? How you doing, bud? Christopher's a local guy. I need to block Christopher sometime. He's learning too much from us. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's all good. Is there an industry standard waiver template as a starting point? I have one, but I think it needs to be tweaked. David, I'm going to give everybody a great bit of valuable information right now that's going to help you in these situations. You can have people sign waivers all day long, and don't get me wrong, it helps. It helps in their mind, helps in your mind, they feel like they're waiving it. You want to know the true type of waiver that really works and holds up in court? Have the client write it in their own handwriting. Okay? Have them write, I don't mind if, I contacted and have drying clean. I'm going to have drying clean my carpets. I'm going to have them clean my upholstery, and I recognize that there's some prior damage, and I'm not going to hold them responsible. Sincerely, Mrs. Jones. If you got that in handwriting, take it back and keep it, or take a picture of it. That holds up in court a whole lot better than some type of long terms of service, and boom. Don't get me wrong, terms of service do hold up, but it doesn't hold up as well as somebody putting it in their own handwriting. That's a very valuable tip and trick right there, so definitely keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm going to refresh my computer every once in a while, see if there's any other messages we can talk about. On it. Okay, so back to the triangle. I wanted to answer that question about signing the waiver. Get them to put it in their own handwriting. Okay? CYA. Cover your assets. Yeah, that's what I call it. Cover your assets. Okay? If you don't cover your assets, somebody's going to bust your assets. I've always said that. All right. Back to leaving wand marks. Yay or nay? To me, it's yay. Now, let me say this. If you started off your company and you've been grooming ever since, well, you've done groomed your clients, all pun intended, to understand and appreciate that's what you do. And that's the visual they see. For me, doing it 35 years, what's the visual they see? The visual they see is the backgammon look. My patented backgammon look. And I'll tell you what, I leave no footprints when I'm walking out of the side of a house. And you shouldn't either. Unless, of course, here's the one exception. If you have to spray down protector, then you're going to have to do what? You're going to have to groom the carpets. But you can follow the triangle look by grooming your carpets. I've done that many times. That works like a champ. Don't know if you can hear rain hitting the top of our building. I'll tell you what, it's a downpour. Maybe I'll get some flood jobs tonight. I'm going to have some very unhappy employees that have to go out tonight. But hey, that's part of the price. That's how they make money. That's how I make money. That's how we stay in business. And that's how you reason with them. You use logic with your employees. Don't handle employees. Don't handle anything that you do emotionally, okay? Make it strictly business. You can help them out when you need to, and you can listen to some of their problems. But for the most part, you come to work to make money, to get rid of problems, not create more problems, or just swim in those problems. Doesn't benefit anybody, does it? Best thing that you can do is help them, give them a good solid job, build their income up, build the company's income up, so it sticks around for a long time, they make money, and you make money. All right, so I like leaving them, but it's totally up to you. It's your business model. That's the beauty of America. You can decide what you want to do, but don't knock somebody for what they want to do. All right, everybody's entitled to do it the way they want. All right, number 4, tile to wood transitions. Somebody had brought this up, and they had showed a picture of some damage in here. That wasn't good. And I'm going to tell you about what the damage was at first. There's 2 different types of damage that can happen. Yeah, it really does look cleaner after you vacuum it, doesn't it, Christopher? I agree with you. All right, well, we're not going to call it shark tooth, and we're not going to call it triangles. All right, if you want to, go ahead. But clients can identify with that, can't they? All right, so back to tile to wood transitions. What are you going to do when you're working around a tile to wood transition? Well, you better be laying down some type of floor protector, sheets, some mats, tape it off, whatever you need to do. Because if you're working around with a spinner, there's three different types of damage you can do. Some people wax their hardwood floors, okay? So if they wax their hardwood floors, what happens when your cleaner, your alkaline cleaner gets in touch with wax? You've automatically turned it to white, a milky look, haven't you? Guess what? You're in $1 million home and she's done waxed her floors, which she shouldn't have in the first place. But if she did, then you're going to have a big problem on your hands. You're going to have to fix that, aren't you? Any problem you cause is your responsibility, so don't forget that. Now, that's wax. That's one thing. Another thing too is be careful with your spinner. Don't pull your spinner over top of the transition, whether it's wood or whatever it is, and move yourself into a hardwood floor or a hard surface that you're not cleaning, because what can happen? You might get some crop circles. Guess who's responsible for the crop circles? Gonna have to be sanded. Gonna have to be treated. It's your fault. Here's even a worst case scenario, because really hardwoods and tile, real and natural stone can usually be fixed with just about anything. They can be sanded, or they can be polished, they can be grinded, they can be honed. All that can be fixed. Tell you one thing you can't fix. Tape is good. I agree with you, Damon. Damon says here, definitely put some tape down. I agree with that 100%. Thomas said, need some advice on black and white Grout Master dealership, GM dealership carpet tiles. Yeah, I'd be glad to talk about that, John. Give me a second here, though. Okay, the worst thing can happen, though, is what happened, somebody posted early on here, is they got the laminate wet. Get yourself a wet laminate floor, and what happens? Okay, you're going to have bubbling. You're going to have the wood getting all out of shape, and guess what? You're going to have to replace that. You're not going to repair it. It's not going to go back down. Use all the dryers you want and stuff like that. Plus, some of them have a print on top of it. The print can separate on it. All kinds of things can happen. But remember, the bottom of the laminate is usually what? It's usually pressed wood or something like that. So it expands, gets out of shape, and then you got bubbles. And guess what? The client doesn't even know she had her floor cleaned, her tile and grout. Guess what she sees? The one thing that's wrong. The bubble in her floor. And it all could have been prevented. So make sure you take the time to really either tape it off. You want to tape off the beginning of the transition? That's great. If you want to run down some floor guards, that's great too. Whatever you have to do to keep it dry, maybe even use an air mover there. That wouldn't hurt you at all. So remember, tile to wood transitions, tile to any transitions. Be careful. Even if it's carpet, especially if you're using some type of hazardous products. You know, at least with Grout Master, Grout Master here, yeah. Got Grout Master here. Remember, it doesn't hurt transitions, doesn't hurt cabinets, it doesn't hurt stainless steel, it doesn't hurt hardwood floors. You can do all kinds of things with it, but you still don't want to get everything wet if it's a laminate floor or something like that, right? And if you do get something wet, wipe it down. Good Lord, show a little bit of couth, right? Wipe it off. That's why I'm a believer in spraying down with a gallon sprayer when I'm doing tile and grout cleaning, going right along all the grout lines. Yeah, big whelps. Through that, Damon, right? So, I'm a big believer in spraying all the grout lines first with a Grout Master, and then I'll spray it all over the whole area. Wait 10 minutes, I can go right over top it with 1,000, 1,200 PSI, looks brand new. Now, me, I like to, just real quickly, I like to bring in a CRB or something else because I want to show myself looking different than my competitors. Something that makes me look a little different. So I'll go in, I'll scrub it. It's kind of part of the dog and pony show, right? So you look different from your competitors. Very important. All right, so we got the first 4 done here. Listen to music while working. Hey, why not? Just do it light. Don't do it heavy. Like that. Might cause some problems. Number 2, client won't sign a waiver. Hey, I'm not gonna do the job. That's just me. Leaving wand marks, I got no problem with it either way, but we leave them because we've done it for 35 years. Number 4, tile to wood transitions. Be careful getting things wet, even when you're using a good, safe product like Grout Master, which I feel is the absolute best on the market. And remember our 200% guarantee. A little bit of, shameless promotion here, a little plug. Remember, with our products, we feel like they're the absolute best, and we give the best guarantee in the industry. If you don't like our products, you just let me know. Hey, call me up and say, Rob, look, I don't like your products. They suck. All right? I want my money back. You get your money back, and you keep the product too. All right? So keep that in mind. That's really strong. Nobody else offers that. And sometimes we even offer a 300% guarantee for new people, where we even buy you the product of your choice if it doesn't outperform it. Think about that. Remember, I'm always accessible. Just go to the Facebook Messenger. You can call me up or leave a message, preferably, and we can kind of take it from there. All right, our last point we're going to be talking about here. Turning a manual reel into an electric reel. I did a, I did a poll for it, and there was over 150 people. What's up, Arturo? How you doing, bud? Thanks for chiming in. I did a poll on it. You know, would you be interested in turning your manual reel into an electric reel, right? And I said 150 people or so said absolutely. They'd love to turn it, your regular reel into an electric reel. All of us know when you're out there and you're sweating bullets and you're busting it all day long and you've worked all day long, last thing you want to do when you get out to the truck is fight the hose. It's so nice to be able to push the button and reel it in, right? So we've got a surprise coming next week, so stay tuned. Watch for the video. I've got a way you can turn a manual reel to an electric reel in 5 minutes. Anybody can do it. So I think you're going to be quite pleased about that, hopefully. All right, now let's go ahead and address the question that Thomas had said here. He said, of course, it just disappeared, just like that. Robert Stiglitz says he brings in extra towels. When I do tile, quickly wipe up any moisture that extends off the tile or wipe the feet while walking off tile. Yeah, hey, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, heck, I'll even get the customer involved. Also, Mr. Jones, do you have a couple old towels we could use? Now, almost every woman's got some old towels you can use, right? Even if you've laid all your stuff out, I put a little bit of extra protection down. It's up to you, because on top of it, you know what she'll do? Is the reason I do that is because she'll leave them there when I'm gone for a little while. I'll say, yeah, if you want to, just leave those there for an hour or so till the carpet's dry, then you can take them away. What does that do for me? It keeps them from being a slip and fall, doesn't it? So there's always, you know, a method to the madness, and you definitely want to do it. Where's this new sprayer I've been hearing about? Thanks, John. Appreciate that. It's coming. Like everything else, you have to be patient with it. I hate to go ahead and do a video and put it out here, Carrie, and then we don't have them in stock. What good is that, right? So I want to put the video out at the same time, kind of like my truck mount. I'm not going to put my truck mount out, which is going to be revealed at the trade show. Don't forget that at the end of April here. So, you know, everything comes and it's due in its own time. I know we'd like to all have things quicker, but I learned earlier on that if you do things in a rush or a haste, quality can suffer or keeping up with demand can suffer. And I don't want that to happen to our members, okay? What's up, Bree? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Somebody had asked a question there. I totally forgot what it was. I don't know if I can pull it up or not. Did you name the truck mount yet, Damon? Yes. Can't say what it is, but I have named it. Absolutely. I can tell you this much. It won't be no demonic name. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, some people come up with some crazy names. I have to give them credit there. Oh yeah, David said about the carpet tiles at a dealership. David, one thing I've learned about carpet tiles is that the majority of the time, carpet tiles are nylon. Yes, there are some polyesters. Yes, there are some polyester blends, but for the most part, they're generally nylon. And I recommend doing a test to it. Test it, see if it's nylon or if it's polyester, and you can kind of work accordingly. The cool thing is with our product, is that, now when you say tiles, are we talking about carpet tiles, or are we talking about hard surface tiles? I need to know the answer to that. Okay, so if we're talking about carpet tiles, you can use any of our products here. I mean, if it's severely bad, people are attracting a lot of tar, a lot of oil and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with, you know, getting up to the Nuke product. You know, we have 3 different pre-sprays for the most part, really 4. One is customizable. That's Rob's secret formula. It's free and clear. Okay? So you can customize that. You can add to it what you need, what you don't need. It'll cover most of the carpets out there, regular soil and stuff like that. But it needs to be boosted, but it's safe. You know, so why take a hammer to kill an ant? All right? Well, you can kind of kill them a whole lot easier than a hammer. You don't need to do that, maybe. You know, so just give as much power as you need to get the job done is the way I feel about it. All right, so that's my favorite. And then I'll just add to it what I need, a little bit of Grout Master or a little bit of Citrusol or a little bit of both if necessary, depending on what I'm dealing with. All right, and then you've got the Spiked. The Spiked is basically an oxidizer-based product with some Grout Master in there, and it is probably our second strongest product. But some people say it's stronger even than the BioPro, but for the most part, the BioPro is the stronger one. You got the regular, free and clear. You've got something that's pretty doggone strong. Then you've got something in Nuke for residential and commercial. And then you've got full out Nuke when nothing else works. Pull out Grout Master. That simple. It's just that simple. But there's something unique coming, and I can't say it. I'm going to explain to you when to use what pre-sprays and what conditions, but I've got a paper coming out for that. So if you'll be patient, that'll be there soon. Raymond Sanchez, appreciate the fast response and very fast shipping of the new light parts. All hassle-free and very professional handled. Thanks, Raymond. I appreciate that, brother. Look, man, we ain't perfect, okay? We do the absolute best we can to deliver the best we can. But one thing I can do, even if we do make mistakes, is I can make that mistake right. Nobody has more 5-star reviews and the service that we have. As a matter of fact, I had somebody call me the other day. He said, you know, Rob, a lot of people love you in this industry, but there's a lot of people who don't like you either. And he said, but one thing they cannot say is that you have bad products or that you have bad service. You have some of the best customer service in the industry. And by having more 5-star reviews online in my whole 7-city district, more 5-star reviews online for our products and our tmfshop.net, that bears out and proves the fact that we do have the best customer service. And I want to keep it that way. You have to deliver consistent customer service. You can't go up and down. So if we make a mistake, please bring it to my attention. Rather than going out and just spurting it out everywhere, just contact me. Hey, Rob, there was a problem. I'll make it 100% right. You got my word on that. What's up, Mark? How you doing, bud? My wife had a good one with the word revenue. Yeah, I like the word revenue. Okay, hey, back to the Grout Master. Back to the the dealership tiles. Are we talking about carpet tiles, or are we talking about tiles? I need to know. So if somebody wants to chime in on that, and let me know, I'd appreciate it. Because there's 2 different variables there. But really, for the most part, any of the products will work. Inside of a commercial location, you're going to have to probably boost the secret formula. If you want something that's going to work pretty quick, you can probably use the spiked. If you want something that's probably going to work a little bit better than the spiked, but it's going to take a little more time just to digest, use the enzyme, which is the BioPro. If you just want to spray and wait 10 minutes and kill it, you know, pull out the Grout Master. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure it's not under warranty and things of that nature. Because the cool thing about the spiked, and you know, this won't harm any stain-resistant carpets. Let's face it, 99% of the time, carpet's not under warranty any longer anyhow. But if you do determine it is under warranty, client lets you know, you figure that out. Go with spiked, even if it's really dirty. But for the most part, if a carpet is heavily soiled, they've already violated and null and voided their warranty. So you can probably use any product you want, but just kind of keep that in mind. All right, Brian Adams, started with Adam. Man, yeah, Brian, you should have came on down again, brother. You know, I mean, nothing personal, bro. Just business. Man, I've just been super busy. We've been super busy. No complaints this year. I hope everybody else's business is up. So these are the topics. If you like the hot topics, if you don't mind going in here and just pressing the like button, I'll leave it up for a while, and I'll be glad to discuss any more subjects like this in the future if you guys want to. I've got other ones which I want to talk about, but I want to wait till certain things are established. I do want to say this lastly about when we're addressing this before I address any more questions. And I will say this, that we're coming out with something this summer or so, maybe early fall, that I think is going to be extremely unique, never been done in the industry. I'm not talking about a TMFacademy.com because that is the first online streaming diverse service for a whole industry of training. That was the first. But we got something else coming that's very unique, and if you just stay tuned. That's all I can say. I think you'll really like it, and it'll really take your business, wow, skyward for the profit levels. Okay, been a slice, like these little sessions. Thanks, David. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming in here. All right, he asked about carpet tiles. Okay, John, well, I think I kind of covered the carpet tiles pretty good. Any of our products work with the carpet tiles. All right, I would just kind of determine the soiling condition, the type of soil you're dealing with, and then I kind of go from there. But any of them are adjustable. You can always add a little something to one of them if need be. But for the most part, Grout Master, you're not going to need to add nothing. More likely, you might be adding up to the BioPro or the Spike. It just depends on the soiling condition and the soil levels. And you as a professional should be able to do that. When you walk into a home or a business, you should be able to determine, okay, well, this is the soiling condition. This is what I'm dealing with. And here's my tool I got to go get. Okay? It's like if you're repairing a house, right? If you're repairing a house, what's up, Tommy? How you doing, bud? Pedro said, I have a client, the parking lot is black top and is standing for carpet tiles to a yellowish color. What product process should I use? Yellow's a tough one, you know. Yellows are very tough. What I would do is I would test first. I wouldn't just start going in there and start pre-spraying something on a yellow because you might run into some troubles. You know, to me, if she's dealing with, what you say here, black top, it's a good possibility what's happening is the fiber, the oil is getting onto the fiber and they're oxidizing into the fibers. So it might have permanently impregnated the fiber and changed the color permanently. You might have something you can't deal with. So set that expectation level first before you proceed. And also test. Check the tile, see the nylon. Nylon, if it's yellow, it's probably inside of the fiber. And it might be hopeless. Test it first. Get a white terry cloth towel. See if you get some transfer. Take some Grout Master. Take a little bit of Grout Master, mix it up in a spray bottle. You know, let me grab one of these out of here. Let's take out a picture real quick. You should have these on hand. I keep these on hand. You take a bottle like this, put a spray top on it, and I keep several of them in my bag, which I want to show you at another time. But I keep several of them in there. Just get yourself your squirt top, right? And put 1 scoop of Grout Master in here and fill it up with hot water. Shake it up a bit. And now go over there and get yourself a white terry cloth towel. Spray it on the towel or on the spot in an inconspicuous place. Go ahead and test it if you get transfer. See if it improves. That's the strongest you can get. If that's not going to get it, it's probably not coming out of there, right? It's probably permanent. Now, because that's usually oxidation. Tommy says, working at the firehouse today. Come on, Tommy. I had a buddy who was a captain in the fire department for 20 years. You know what they do at the fire department? They talk. They play video games. They jog around the place. They clean their trucks. They play pool. They play ping pong. It's a rough life, huh? You know, just about every firefighter I know runs a business on the side. No problem, Pedro. Let me know, bro. You can always hit me up on the Facebook Messenger. I'll be glad to help you with that. And post some pictures. I'll be glad to help you with it and walk you through it and see what's best for it. I got a couple of little tips and tricks too, but start off with that. Start off with the Grout Master. Put it in a squirt bottle. See what it'll do for you. All right? Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? I'm not jogging anywhere. Yeah, Tommy, well, if you're cleaning carpets, you don't feel like jogging anywhere afterwards, do you? I do miss cleaning carpets out in the field. I'm going to have to admit that. Haven't cleaned regularly in a few years. And what happens is you get this excess of success. It gets you out of shape a little bit. I have to admit, carpet cleaning kept me in great shape for many years. I'm getting near 60 years old, but I feel like carpet cleaning kept me in great shape. And so use that to your advantage. Keep yourself in shape. All right, let's see. Anybody else have any questions before we go ahead and close this up? We've been 30 minutes so far. If anybody else got any comments or questions, feel free to ask them. Just remember the trade show is coming up in this month. I'll shoot a video, maybe a live video on the new truck mount we've designed. I feel like that it's a great unit. I loved it. I've taken it out in the field and tested it on many empty homes and stuff like that to get a good feel for it, because I don't like the fact that truck mount, yeah, true, that winter weight, right? Truck mount manufacturers many times will take in, they don't test their stuff in the field. And what happens? You and I become what? The guinea pigs. I've never liked that at all. Never liked that. That's part of the reason I started Truck Mount Forums. So I'm not going to make you the guinea pig. I'll be the guinea pig. I'll work out all the kinks and all the tweaks. I'll do to it for you. Have it ready to go, and you guys can decide if you want to buy it. By the way, there's going to be 2 models. An entry-level model, and then just a bad asset model, okay? Keep that in mind. 2 different models. Where's trade show, John? It's in Atlanta, Georgia. ExperienceTheEvents.com, I believe it is, or just look up Experience Trade Show, and it'll come up. They usually have one on the East Coast. They have one on the West Coast. West Coast always in Vegas. East Coast, to kind of rotate them a little bit. My favorite place is Clearwater, Florida. But this year it's going to be in Atlanta. So I believe it's the 26th, 27th, and the 28th. And I got something, man, I got a lot of stuff coming to you from there. You just stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of content online and videos, a ton of content during it and after it. So keep that in mind. Okay, yes to the music, depends on the job. Yes, leaving marks, be careful near the wood, manual all day, unless I can afford an electric one. There you go. Any news, Bob Willenis says, any news on the sprayer or the filter? We're just waiting for the sprayers to be done, Could be any day now. It might be today. I mean Monday. It might be 7 days from now. Okay, it's just we're real close. Let's put it that way. And we'll put it out there. And I think y'all are going to be extremely pleased with it. Extremely pleased with it. The filter. I came up with a filter that's basically a do-it-yourself filter. You'll just have a couple parts from me, and you can build your own filter. I think you'll find it quite unique. But we'll save that for another hot topic. Not much of a ginger ale drinker, my wife is. Now she got me hooked back on it. It's called Original Ginger Brew. Ginger ale is really good for you, really good for your stomach. And you know, if you're running a business and you're going all out all the time, it can be stressful at times, right? So ginger ale is really good for the stomach and digestion, and you don't have to worry about all that stuff. Keeps everything flowing and feeling good. And it's not a bad taste either, especially this one. It's Reed's Original Ginger Brew. So much better, man. All natural, Jamaican style. Yeah, that's it. Cheers. What's up, Marco? So I hope that answers your question, Bob. It just takes a little while to bring things to market. I'd rather not rush things to market like a lot of manufacturers do, because what happens, like I said before, you become the guinea pig. It's all kinds of problems. And watch out for manual reel to electric reel in 5 minutes. Guaranteed. That is awesome. You're going to love it. Showed it to a few people. It's blowing their minds. Blowing their minds. Hopefully it does for you too when it comes out there. Rude teasing with the ETO. You mean ETA? I'm guessing there, Tommy. What does ETOA mean, or did you just misspell it, brother? You drinking up there? Rob, where do you see the industries in 10 years with the decline of carpet sales and increase in laminate? You know, that's a great question, Brandon. I'll be glad to talk to you about that. You know, I'm a firm believer in what, and I've been preaching this for the last 10 years. I've always said the internet was going to be the game changer 10 years ago, and look at it now. For advertising, for information, everything. You know, you can Google stuff. You have our teamupacademy.com. You have our school. Just a way to, all these resources is great. It all came to fruition. Yeah, it's a two-edged sword. You have drama, crybabies, and other places, stuff like that. I'm not going to allow that on my boards. Just remember that. If you want to stay here, great. But if you're going to bring drama and negativity, you're going to be gone. That's simple. Okay, so back to the point there. Oh, alcohol, medical term. Okay, I have to look that one up. So where do you see the industry in 10 years with the decline of carpet sales and increase in laminate? You need to diversify. And on top of it, you have to remember that things come and go in cycles. You know, what's hot today is not always hot tomorrow. So I believe carpets will come back. You know, hardwood floors are nice and they're pretty to look at, but they're not comfortable. They're not cozy. You know, the carpet mills did carpet cleaners and homeowners and themselves a great disservice, in my opinion, by switching over to from nylon carpets to polyesters. You know, they wear, they mat, they don't clean up good, they're problematic. And the reason I had to make my own pre-sprays, I was tired of stuff not cleaning polyesters. So I made my own stuff so it can clean polyesters. But it still doesn't always stop the wear and tear and the ugly out on it, okay? What's the outcome of the name game on the truck mount last week? I'm going to announce that at the live show. So if you'll kind of hang with me there, Bob, it's only the 26th, 27th, 28th of this month, so we're very close to it. So I feel like carpet sales might come back. You know, it's kind of up to you and me. We need to be telling people about nylon carpet. Tell all your clients about it. Tell them to buy nylon, not buy polyester. Okay? It's just like I tell people to buy organic foods. You know, the market determines what they're going to sell. The problem is now they came out with a lot of hard surfaces, and the carpet mills have figured out they found a product called what? LVT. Anybody know what LVT is? Let's see, Dan Vaughn, we're new in the business and we haven't been able to try a whole lot of products. Everything we tried that was suggested was garbage, so we ordered Grout Master and USR, these awesome products. Can't wait to try some of your other products. Thanks, Damon. I appreciate that, brother. Look, man, I cleaned for 35 years out in the field, okay, in the trenches. I was out there sweating bullets. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. I'm not going to sell you something that doesn't work and doesn't perform. I know what goes on with chemical manufacturers, many of them, not all of them, but many of them shortcut you by poor quality active ingredients, low amounts of active ingredients, tons of fillers. buying things that are on sale instead of buying it because of its quality. I don't sacrifice quality for anything. Now, if anything new? Yes, our chemist did come up with the polyester hydrochoke. But for the most part, the pre-sprays are just the same. They're just much higher quality. That's why I can back them up 100%. So thanks for your support. Hey, what's up there, George? Yeah, no problem, brother, with the service, man. We pride ourselves on delivering good service. Appreciate your patronage, too. All right, so back to what was brought up there about the industry. You need to diversify. You need to be doing tile, grout, stone. You need to be able to do rugs. You need to be able to maybe learn maybe a little bit of cleaning and doing some countertops. How about some showers? How about some commercial carpets? You know, commercial carpets aren't going nowhere, that's for sure. There's still a good amount out there. And for lower end homes and apartments and stuff like that, and homes in our rental areas, in the lower section, and even up to the middle section, they're still going to have carpets. They might not be the best carpets, but they're still going to have carpets. So I don't think carpets are going anywhere, but I will admit, back to LVT, which is luxury vinyl tile. They've shut down a couple of mills, from what I've heard, that were producing carpets, and now it produces LVT, luxury vinyl tile. It can be cleaned, it can be making it a little bit better, but it's really, and you need to learn that, but I don't feel like it's going to have the reoccurring revenue that carpets are going to have, because clients can wipe themselves clean, right? All right, so learning hardwood floors, maybe a little bit of pressure washing, cleaning garage floors, There's just lots of things. Just be creative. Think about what you do around the home, okay? If you can do one thing good, you can do another, but make sure you do this. Make sure you learn it first. Don't go in there half-assetted and half information and try to do a good job on something you don't know anything about. Don't go start cleaning a shower that's made of stone and you're walking in there with an acid cleaner, because guess what's going to happen? Anybody know what's going to happen if you walk inside of a shower that's made of stone and start cleaning and spray some acid on there and try to break up the soap residue? What's going to happen? Anybody want to chime in and answer that question? What's going to happen? I'll refresh, see if anybody answers that. Damon, feel free to get in touch with me too, brother, if you need any suggestions or need any information on what products to use and in what situations to use. I am working on something that's going to be able to help people real clearly decide what to use and when to use it and how to use it, so keep that in mind too. Everything's coming together, it's coming to fruition. Just kind of be patient with me. When I was younger and full of vinegar and piss, I moved fast. Now I've gotten older, and I set my goals larger, but a little further out, and progressively reach my goals. And now I like to make sure that I bring something to market that's proper, and I think you'll really appreciate that. There you go. Everybody saying here. Tim, hey, what's up, Tim? How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, brother. Ryan, Bob, Marco, they're all correct. You're gonna etch it. Go etch it. Most people have stone inside of their showers. What kind of homes they living in? Most of them are living in $500,000 homes, right? Up to $2 million homes. You go in there and you etch somebody's shower, let me tell you what, that's more than a negative moment of truth. You know what? They might own your business after that. If you're a small business, small owner-operator just getting started, you see why? The more you learn, the more you earn, but you need to learn it before you earn it. Keep that in mind. Extremely important. Brandon Johnson, clients love BioPro. Yeah, man, we get a lot of fantastic feedback for BioPro. It really is a great nuclear product for homes. It really is. Just remember, if you've got a house that you need a little bit lower pH for stain-resistant carpets, get the spiked. But there's some other things that determine the factors, and watch out. In the next week or two, I'll have something, and I'll show you that, and I think you'll be quite pleased with it. Acid and stone, yep, it just doesn't go good together. Last thing you want to do is acid etch somebody's stone. Ouch. No doubt. Can it be repaired? Yeah, probably. It almost costs probably as much as to go ahead and replace the thing. And you really want to take that on? Not too long ago, we had a guy. I need to learn more about polishing stone. We're going to have a class, so stay tuned. yeah, I just don't want to say too much, but we got something cool. Remember, we have an on-hands school here in Virginia Beach. You can come here, I'll train you. You can even just stop in for a day, for an hour or two, and I'll just kind of help you out and give any kind of direction that you need. But if you actually want to come here for a class, we're going to have lots more classes coming up, but just be patient with us. We're growing at a rate that we can barely keep up with, so it takes time. Everybody needs to learn about polishing stone. If you can grind, hone, and polish stone, I'm going to tell you what, you're way ahead of the game right there. And let me tell you what, you're going to get into some high-end homes after that. You don't always have to grind. Very seldom you have to grind. Maybe hone, maybe just polish. Hone and polish. If you learn those two, you're good to go. Are you killing bugs yet? I'm always killing bugs, man, all year long. Because remember, we own a pest control. We own a general pest and termite control company also called Zap Pest Control. And we're killing bugs all year long. But I will admit, bugs have really started now here in Virginia Beach. But summertime, we'll be slammed with it. We'll be slammed with it. Yep, that'd be great. Where are you located, Marco? I'm going to definitely shut this down, guys, at 6 o'clock. So if you got any more questions, let me know. This chair's a little noisy. Yeah, okay, so let's see if there's anything else I mentioned here. Acid and stone is incorrect. So you want to use alkaline. Always start off with alkaline. Let's get back to tile, grout, and stone for a minute. Let's suppose you're inside of a bathroom and it's got, a man-made tile, whether ceramic, porcelain, I don't care, one of those. And you're cleaning that bathroom there with some Grout Master. It's cleaning up great. It's looking brand spanking new. But right around the toilet, men have done what? Yep, misguided missiles have kind of made a mess around the toilet seat, right? Down on the floor. Now you got this yellow. Grout Master's not going to take the yellow out. Sometimes it will. Most times it won't. What will take it out of there? Oh, we got a bottle in here. I don't think I do. A bottle of kick acid will do it. So you take a little bit of acid, keep it in your quart bottle, put the flip top on it, squirt it right along the lines there, and go ahead and hit it all. Let me see if I've got some here in my spotting bag. I'll probably do somewhere. There we go. Yes, I do. Kick acid. Check out that label. It'll make you dizzy. Our graphic artist, man, he's just off the charts. So anyway, you take a little bit of this, put your spark top on it, run it right inside the grout lines, front of the toilet there, and go ahead and let it soak for a little bit, agitate it with a little bit of hand brush or something of that nature. Wear gloves you want to. This is some of the safest acid on the market, but still always good practice to wear gloves. Go ahead and hit those little grout lines, maybe with a hand, towel and grout brush. Let it sit there for about 5 minutes or so. Go ahead and rinse it real well. And here's a little tip. Yes, it's going to look brand new. But don't leave it just like that. Now you need to hit it with some Grout Master, some type of alkaline product to offset any acid that you're using. Why is that? Because acid will continue to work and it will continue to break down your stone. Remember what acid does to stone? It etches it. So you're basically etching the top of the concrete or the grout line, which is basically made of concrete. You're etching a little bit. Nothing wrong with that there. You don't want to etch natural floors. But if you've got a tile and grout and stone, nothing wrong with that. Boom, boom, boom. You're good to go. So follow back to neutralize it with a little bit of alkaline. Don't forget that. Very important. So Grout Master first. Something doesn't come out. Use this like a spot remover. Follow back up with a little bit of Grout Master. Just have a little bit of squirt bottle if you want to. There you go with the bottle again. Hit that sucker. Next thing you know, it'll look brand new. Client's happy. You're happy. And her furnace is going to last for a long time. All right, Tommy, take care too, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, Bob Alanis wants to know how many hours on the new truck mount you built. How about an upholstery cleaning solution as well? We have I feel like we have the absolute best upholstery cleaning solution in the market, which is Revive. There's no doubt about it. People rave about it. People like to buy it to clean, and it'll clean any type of upholstery. It'll clean delicates. It'll clean naturals, synthetics, blends, anything you're worried about. You don't have to worry about it because it's a super heavy duty neutral pre-spray with some citrusol built in. Breaks through the body oils, the back of a collar or the back of your head, where people sit down on furniture, your arms, your legs if they're wearing shorts or if they're laying on it. Eats right through that and no problem. Plus a lot of people like to add a couple of ounces to their favorite pre-spray because it makes it smell great and gives it a nice little cleaning boost. That's a cool tip. A lot of people like that. Elmo, always learn. Thanks, Elmo. Appreciate that, brother. I don't know the hours on the truck mount. We try to run it every single day, whether here it's at the rug shop or whether we take it out to an empty house and test it. But I tell you, I honestly feel like this will be, I'm going out on a limb here, I feel like this would be the most durable truck mount ever made. Ever. Period. Yeah, I don't think anything can outlast it. That's on a limb. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be right, but at least, hey, better shoot for the stars than the mud, right? I'm a firm believer in durability, and I'm in a race against downtime. I hate downtime. So you want to get things up fast and moving, or keep it fast and moving all the time. All right, looks like we got about 9 more minutes. Any more questions, guys? You should make a handheld CRB. Explain why. Why would you want a handheld CRB, Damon? I'm not knocking it, but why would you want it? I don't even like the 10-inch ones. I believe in the 15-inch. Because I'm all about ROI, return on investment, and I'm all about efficiency, getting the job done, getting through it. I'm not going to use something this small when I could be using something this large. Now, granted, I don't want the 20-inch because it's too heavy. 15-inch, just right. And we saw all of them. We saw every size. We saw the 10-inch, we saw the 15-inch, the 17-inch, and the 20-inch. But my preference is the 15-inch. I think it's like the perfect one. But why would you want a handheld CRB? I'm thinking you might want it for furniture or you might want it for stairs. I don't think it's necessary. I really don't. You get a little drill brush, pop your stairs, or a little Orex XL. Man, Orex XL does stairs fast and does it great. I wouldn't use it for traffic pattern side of a home, though I have done it before. It's not as efficient, slow, but it does work. But when it comes to stairs, man, you can rock with that thing. Just rock with it. You can start upstairs, work your way down. 5 minutes, you've got them all pre-agitated. And you can do, it agitates what's the back called? Man, it just slipped my mind. Oh yeah, the riser. You can agitate the riser, you can agitate the tread, you can agitate the bullnose, back to the riser again. So right on down the whole stair, start from the top, work your way down with the Orex XL. They're cheap too, man. Pick one up, it'll knock stairs out. There you go, Marco said the same thing. Orex for the stairs, and that's what Damon. So Damon, keep that tip, bud. That Orex XL is bad to the bone for stairs. To me, I would never use it for traffic pattern side of a home. It just doesn't have enough weight. It's not as efficient. It doesn't have the ability to really break up the soils and really make your oils suspend on fibers, especially if it's polyester. Might work okay on nylons, but it's not going to work on polyesters. Not to a good degree. But it will work on stairs because you're working in a concentrated area. Boom, move right along. I'll shoot a video on that. Show a video of me doing it on stairs. Pretty cool. Alright, best way to agitate microfiber. Do I have one in here? In my bag here. Let's see if I do or not. Don't want to show my bag yet. I got something coming. Let you know ahead of time. But in my bag, this is just the cleaning agent solutions I have in here. But in there I'm going to have what I call a horsehair brush. Horsehair brush is great. And listen, here's another thing about microfiber, Robert Hunt. Thanks for stopping by the way. A lot of people don't know about this about microfiber. But 99% of the time microfiber is made of what? Made of polyester. Man, you can't go wrong with our secret formula. If it's not that soil, go with our secret formula. If it's a little soil, put a little bit of citrusol in there. Boom, you're good to go. Or you can use the Spike, or you can use the BioPro straight. If it's really, really horrible, you can use Grout Master, but I just can't see that happening, okay? Those three will clean it up easily. A lot of people like the Spike for cleaning the upholstery. That's really good. Hey, here's another tip too. If you don't want to use the liquid and you want to clean upholstery, you can run it right, you can just run our alkaline rinse at the end there. You can run our alkaline rinse through your 5-gallon tank, and you can put about 16 ounces in there, fill it with hot water. It dilutes extremely well, has natural brighteners in it. It's near neutral pH, so you can't hurt natural fibers. It encapsulates, cleans like a champ, smells wonderful. And it also, what was I going to say about it? It self-neutralizes. So it's totally self-neutralizing. So you put those 16 ounces in there, you set your meter at 3 gallons per hour, go right to town. Boom, you're good to go. You can take maybe a little bit of citrusol, put it inside of a bottle, like our post-grade citrusol, put it into a little, there we go, a squirt bottle again. Put a little bit in there, maybe an ounce or two. Spray just your arm area, maybe where the neck goes, any oily areas, spray those, kind of agitate them with your horsehair brush, and then just go back, get your tool, start cleaning, running your alkaline rinse through there. Bam, you're in great shape. Now, if you're doing a natural fiber, if you're running a natural fiber, make sure you follow up with our acid rinse. Okay, you want to drop that pH because you have some very delicate furniture out there. It's not like carpets. Okay, it's extremely delicate. You might be running some silks, all kinds of things, velours, you name it, all kinds of delicate fabrics and delicate blends. If you're in doubt, if it's not microfiber, run some acid rinse after it. But you can still pre-spray and clean with the alkaline. You can actually mix that up into a sprayer, spray it down, maybe get a 2-quart sprayer. We sell those, by the way, some cool ones. Put maybe 1 or 2 scoops in your 2-quart sprayer, shake it up with some hot water, probably 2 scoops is fine. Spray it down, use it as your pre-spray. There's another way, so you don't have to use the liquid revive if you don't want to. You can go ahead, spray it down, agitate it real good, and then run your acid rinse through your portable or through your truck mount. And man, it'll pop. It'll look great. And the client will be extremely pleased. Okay, we got about 4 or 5 minutes left here. Let's see. No problem, Damon. Anytime, brother. All right, Robert Hunt said, customers use Resolve and make it take longer. Yeah, that's the truth, man. I mean, they'll use carpets on that and furniture. Have you ever seen how ugly out microfiber looks when people use spotters on them? Man, you get these big old nasty water rings. It turns all black because it grabs all your body oils and all the dirt and it grabs it like a magnet, you know, holds onto it. I've seen some ugly microfiber sofas. But I tell you what, when you clean them and use a good product like these, this is when you want to either do a little video and seeing the difference, or you want to take some pictures of it so you can post it on your social network and keep those juices flowing. Let me tell you what, you are the best representative of your company, so you have to constantly represent. You're always grinding. There's one thing about me, I am always grinding. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. I grind. I don't stop. I'm relentless. And my nickname was Robo Rob through the years. And what that does is it continues to build your brand, continues to build your client base. It continues to set you apart from your competitors, continues to make you a better person and a formidable force that's almost unstoppable because it's kind of like throwing a baseball. The hardest thing to do with that baseball, wind up and throwing it. But once it's gone, for the most part, you've done your job. Just get out of the way. Don't hit you in the face, right? All right, Resolve is adding more time and work. Is this stuff in cap? It has in cap ability in it. Let's say that, okay? It dries to a crystal. A lot of my products dry to a crystal. It's not a full in cap. Don't get me wrong. But it dries to a crystal and vacuums right off. So that makes it very unique. Believe me, I was hard. A lot of people know this. A lot of people say, well, I know where your products come from, and they're not unique and stuff like that. I'll tell you what makes them unique. I had like 5 chemists I was working with. I told them what I wanted. I told them certain products that I liked to a certain degree. And I said, look, I want them to perform this way, and this way. A lot of times guys say, no, that can't happen, that can't happen. I said, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to send one to you, to you, to you, to you, and to you. Whoever comes up with the best one and the correct one is the one I'm going to go ahead and formulate and use. And guess what? They did it every single time. So, you know, I'm just not going to settle for anything but the absolute best, because when it comes to cleaning carpets for clients and their fine furnishings, it has to be the absolute best or nothing, because if you drop the ball, somebody else is going to come behind you, pick that ball up and run for a touchdown. And that's usually me. Okay, that's going to wrap it up. Last but not least, one little walkthrough back on here again. If you tuned in late, listen to music while working, it's fine. Don't use nothing big. Prefer something small. Don't put it on right away when you walk in. You're going to look stupid, okay? It's awkward. Number 2, client won't sign a waiver, then I go. I'm out of there. That's simple. I ain't got to go home, but I got to get up out of there. All right, number 3, leaving wand marks. When people say wand marks, they're talking about what I call backgammon look. I've called for years. People call it triangles, call it shark tooth. I don't care what you want to call it. I leave them because it's what my clients are used to over 35 years. If you don't want to, that's fine. Remember to groom if you're putting protector down, regardless either way. Number 4, tile to wood transitions or delicate surface transitions. If you're using hazardous products that other people put out there, be very careful. You're going to do a ton of damage. And also moisture can do damage if you're working around laminate. So be careful because it can bubble up on you and you'll be replacing that floor. It's your fault. Number 5, turning a manual reel to an electric reel. Watch for a video coming soon. I think you'll be very pleased. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. I really appreciate everything. Robert Hunt said, I'll be ordering more from you guys. Grout Master changed my world. No one vacuums Resolve, at least my customers. That's true. That's very true. Yep. Just put it right in there and leave it. Imagine washing your hair, leaving soap in it. I tell you what, it's going to be a whole lot harder to get out when it traps all that dirt and stuff like that. So, same thing. Well, thanks for everybody's support. No problem, Mike. You guys have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and tune on out of here. Any questions or hopefully, you know, each week or every other week, I'll try to get the hot topics, bring them up here. We'll go across them and we'll just have a little live chat and deal with it. So hopefully to make everybody's life better. Definitely makes mine better. Thanks a lot, guys. Have yourself a great night.